Hey there, how are you growing and changing in your career or in your passion? About a year ago, I started making the transition from just branding into storytelling because what I found was that if you have a really clear brand, if you have a very clear sense of who you are and how you're unique within, within your niche, in your marketplace, the next step that comes from that is what are you doing with that, right? You have, I guarantee, some interesting story or some point of inspiration that is challenging you or is driving you into being who you are and doing what you do. And you're transforming and impacting the lives of other people. So therefore, there's stories happening here. So that has driven my new fascination into identifying a framework and helping people discover their story and their storytelling potential and how that can improve and hopefully transform their business, especially if you're struggling with content marketing and things like credibility and humanizing your brand, right? So a distinction that I'd like to draw for you is there's a difference between branded storytelling and brand storytelling, and why I'm pushing into tribe storytelling as a way to clear up all of this, right? So branded storytelling is something that you see a lot and something people think that that's what storytelling is. It's just to tell a story and then put your logo on it. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of these videos, these stories, these ads that are put out, and then they're amazing and you enjoy the story, right? And maybe you'll reshare it, and then at the end the logo shows up and you're like, okay, but the logo is completely forgettable. The company's forgettable, and all you remember is the story, right? Not a valuable use of our time. And I think you're doing that, then you're missing a super valuable opportunity because there are certain stories that only you can tell, and that you and the people that you're working with, the people who love you and who are engaging with what you're doing, your tribe, there are stories that only you and your audience can tell. Those are the stories that you want to be telling because what you're doing and what you believe is inseparable from that story. So if you're finding that you could just swap out the logo, swap out the brand name, it's not a very valuable story. But if you're finding that it's impossible to tell the story without reference to who you are and why you're doing it and your background and their background, right? If you're inseparable, then those are the kinds of stories that you want to be telling because those are the ones that drive credibility, that drive trust, that humanize people's experience of your brand. So that's what I'm looking to get into, looking to help you do. And if you're hungry and looking for that kind of thing as well, because you're wildly passionate about what you do, let's connect. We have to meet. And I'd love to help you uncover, your story and your storytelling potential. So let's do it.